Have you noticed this? You sit down to work, you open your laptop, you tell yourself, okay, 1 hour, full focus, and within 5 minutes, you're checking your phone, switching tabs, thinking about something random, reaching for YouTube, refreshing messages that didn't even notify. And at the end of the day, you're tired, but not from doing hard work, from trying to focus. If that feels familiar, listen carefully. You're not lazy. You're not stupid. Your brain isn't broken. You're overstimulated. And overstimulation is quietly killing your attention span. The invisible problem. We live in the most stimulating time in human history. Every app competes for your eyes. Every video fights for your attention. Every notification is designed to pull you back. And your brain, it adapts. It starts craving constant novelty, fast content, quick rewards, short bursts of excitement. So when you sit down to read something slow, or study something difficult, or work on a long project, it feels painful, not because it's impossible, but because your brain is used to speed. It's like trying to enjoy silence after standing next to a speaker at full volume all day. Your nervous system doesn't know how to be quiet anymore. Why you feel so mentally tired. Here's the part most people don't understand. You're not exhausted from doing too much. You're exhausted from switching too much. Task switching, tab switching, app switching, thought switching. Every time you jump from one thing to another, your brain burns energy. Even scrolling burns energy because your brain is processing constant new information, new faces, new opinions, new comparisons, new emotions. So by the time you try to focus deeply, you've already spent your mental fuel. And then you blame yourself. I just don't have discipline. But discipline is hard when your brain is constantly hijacked. The dopamine trap. Let's talk about dopamine for a second. Dopamine isn't bad. It's motivation. It's anticipation. It's drive. But when you flood your brain with quick dopamine hits all day, reels, shorts, notifications, porn, gaming, constant music, your baseline shifts. Normal activities feel boring. Studying feels slow. Working feels dull. Reading feels impossible because your brain compares it to high-speed stimulation, and deep work can't compete with that. It was never meant to. The cost of shallow attention. Now here's where it gets serious. If you can't focus, you can't build. You can't learn deeply. You can't develop rare skills. You can't think clearly about your life. And that creates something dangerous, a quiet sense of falling behind. You start projects, you don't finish them. You make plans, you don't follow through. You feel capable, but inconsistent. And that inconsistency slowly damages your self-trust. That's why this isn't just about productivity, it's about identity. The surprising truth. Here's the surprising part. Your brain is not permanently damaged. It's trained, and what's trained can be retrained. Focus is a skill, not a personality trait, not something you're born with. A skill, and skills can be rebuilt, but not by forcing 6-hour study sessions overnight. That's where most people fail. You don't fix overstimulation with intensity. You fix it with reduction. Step 1. Lower the noise. Before you try to focus more, reduce stimulation. Start simple. No phone for the first 30 minutes after waking. Why? Because the first thing you feed your brain sets the tone for the day. If your morning starts with chaos, your focus stays chaotic. Instead, wake up, sit quietly, drink water, stretch, journal. Let your brain warm up slowly. This trains your nervous system to tolerate calm again. Step 2. Train focus like a muscle. You don't walk into a gym and lift the heaviest weight on day 1. So don't expect 2 hours of deep work immediately. Start with 20 minutes. Set a timer. Phone in another room. One task only. No switching. When the timer ends, take a short break. Then repeat. That's it. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. Your brain will look for escape. That's normal. You're detoxing from stimulation. Stay with it. Each session strengthens your attention span. Just like reps build muscle. Step 3. Boredom is training. This one is uncomfortable. Stop filling every empty moment. Waiting in line? Don't grab your phone. Sitting alone? Don't immediately scroll. Let yourself be bored. Because boredom resets dopamine sensitivity. When you allow silence, your brain recalibrates. Suddenly, reading feels easier. Thinking feels clearer. Creativity returns. Most people are terrified of boredom, but boredom is the doorway back to focus. Step 4. Protect your evenings. If you end your night overstimulated, your brain doesn't reset properly. Late-night scrolling destroys next-day focus. So create a simple rule. 1 hour before bed, no high-speed content. Dim lights, calm music, reading, reflection. You don't need perfection, you need consistency. Over time, your mental clarity improves. The identity shift. Now here's the deeper layer. You need to stop saying, I have a short attention span. Start saying, I'm rebuilding my focus. That shift matters, because identity drives behavior. If you believe you're distracted, you'll act distracted. If you believe you're training your mind, you'll act intentionally. Small difference, massive impact. What happens when focus returns? When you rebuild focus, something powerful happens. You feel calmer. You feel in control. You finish what you start. Your confidence grows quietly. You don't need constant stimulation anymore. You can sit with your thoughts. You can think long-term. And when you can think long-term, you stop reacting to life. You start designing it. That's the real win. Final reminder. You don't lack discipline. You lack protection from overstimulation. Lower the noise. Train in small blocks. Allow boredom. Protect your evenings. That's it. Simple. Not easy, but simple. Tonight, try this. Put your phone away 30 minutes before bed. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. No input. Just breathe. Start there. We're not trying to become productivity machines. We're trying to reclaim control of our minds. If this helped you see your focus differently, like the video so it reaches someone else who needs it. Comment "Rebuild" if you're training your focus again, and subscribe to Infinite Human Code, because here we don't chase noise, we build clarity, one deliberate block at a time.